What is up, everybody? Today is Wednesday. Yes, it is a little later than expected because your boy had to take some time. I had to take some time for myself to kind of just take in everything that happened. As you may have heard, Israel Adesanya lost to Sean Strickland and lost his belt. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. My favorite thing to say in life is life's a game of runs, and coming off the high of even rewinded back a few months to Izzy beating Pereira, knocking him out in crazy fashion. And then probably the next biggest fight for me, Sean knocking out Aljo. I was on a high. I thought I was untouchable. I'm not going to lie. I got complacent. I didn't think I was ever going to lose again. And then sure enough, everything just fell off. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't say it was going to be like, I came on here and said it was going to be easy. There were Izzy was going to knock him out. Izzy was going to finish him. I bet on Izzy to finish him. Yes. But I told you something feels weird about it. Like I said, I'm not nervous for the fight itself, but I'm nervous that I'm not nervous. And I was like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I just knew there was something. I knew there was something. And you kind of get these in like team sports because for a football, or more specifically in basketball, because you have so much games in a short amount of time. Kind of like trap games. You never really think about it in a fight because you only get 2 or 3 a year. So everyone's, like we say, that's why we love this sport, because every fight matters. Every fight's big. Mm-hmm. But this one just felt like a trap game. It literally felt like Izzy didn't really want to fight him. He wanted to fight Driscus. Being a basketball player, one thing that it always happens in basketball is like, if you have an emotional game and a big game, close game, you pull it out, you win, you're super high. Your next game, you always start super flat. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel the same. Like the adrenaline is just low. Like the stakes aren't as big, or the game doesn't feel as important. And that's kind of what I kind of got from Izzy. It was just the Pereira fight was so big, man. So much adrenaline, so much going on. And then this fight was just like, what do I get up for? And that's what scared me. And that's a lot of what scared me was like, I don't know. And it's looking back at it now, it's like, I couldn't put a finger on what the feeling was, but now I know what it was. It was it was a trap game. It didn't feel right. Izzy didn't really want to be there. It was in Australia. Weak card, really, off names. Wasn't a lot of hype. Probably the least hype Izzy fight in a minute. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. Then you look at it and you think like, damn, Izzy's 34. I'm at loss for words. It just was an off night. It wasn't like it was anything. I just remember telling myself, like, in the second, third round, like, Izzy just can't fucking hit him. Like, he literally can't hit him. It was just, anyway. I'm sorry, brother. That's my opening rant. You can. I know it's you can talk now.
I got more questions than anything. So,
okay.
I mean, did this one hurt? Would you say it hurt more than the Pereira fight?
No, not at all. Because, so the first Pereira fight, obviously, you know how I was fuck, this dude's not going to beat us, whatever. But there was a chance that he can beat us, and it was like, and still, even after that first fight, it was like, all right, we won 3. We were winning 4-1. We were going to win 4-1. He caught us late. We're fine. We can beat him. He just fucking caught us.
Yeah.
This one was an upset. Like, I don't think anyone was shocked when Pereira won the first time because he's beat him before. Yes, it was surprising because Izzy hasn't lost. That was Izzy's first loss to 85. Pereira wasn't a seasoned MMA striker, MMA fighter, but it was still like, he's beat him before. It's just his kryptonite. This one is just, he was fucking minus 600, bro. It was, and just the way he beat him, it wasn't like a Pereira where he got caught. Like Sean won every
straight out beat him.
Yeah, that's and it was like a slow, painful death, just like knowing, like, yeah.
Dude,
That's
as someone kind of watching from a more neutral standpoint, because I've been really big on the Sean Strickland train as of lately. The whole fight, I just kept thinking that Izzy was going to catch him at some point. He was going to turn it on. He was going to make that read, just kind of like he did against Pereira when he was playing possum. Every time he would do that, I was like, he's playing possum, bro. He's going to get him, but it was just not his night.
So you said like you expected that. I didn't think that. I fucking knew it. Like after he got dropped, I wouldn't even say after he got dropped. I would say after the second round, when he didn't come in, after he got dropped the first round, came out and didn't win the second round, I was like, yeah, we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. The second round was close, but yeah, he needed to go out and dominate that round and take back the fight.
Yeah.
But did you see that Eric Nixick in an interview today with Ariel? He said Izzy came up to him in the post-fight and he said, dude, you saved Sean's life. You were calling out every single thing I was about to do. So it just shows that obviously while MMA, it's an individual sport, your coaches can play a big, big part even after the octagon doors have closed. They can still go in there.
Yeah.
Make
so I couldn't hear
stuff out
so like where I was watching, I couldn't hear much sound. I could hear like the announcers a little bit, but I couldn't hear like the actual like I couldn't hear a lot. But someone had texted me, and it makes sense now. Someone texted me was like, "Damn, Sean's hella well coached." Now at the time, I didn't know what it meant, but now that hearing that, I was like, okay, I know what they meant.
Between rounds too, Nixick was just giving great advice. Like after the third round, he's like, "We did not come all this way to lose a boring ass decision. Come on, like get on." Even though he was like probably already winning the fight, and it just seemed like he was keeping Sean in a really good mindset the whole time. And I mean, Nixick, he's up there with the best of the best. I think he's the front runner for coach of the year right now.
Yeah,
just with what his guys have been doing. Props to Eugene as well. Had 6 fighters on the card. That's got to be so stressful. I heard. I think it was actually. Yeah, I think it was Nixick. As a matter of fact, he said the high, like the emotional highs and lows, kind of what you were just talking about. You know, between fights that are months apart, that you feel when you're coaching your guys, and then you have to go back, try to get back to that even mindset for your next guy, get him ready. You don't want to be all amped up or all sad in front of him because it'll throw him off. So to do that 6 times in one night and then have Izzy ending it off, you know, your main guy, that's a lot, dude. And I also wonder if it's hard to really dial in on all 6 of those fights when you're preparing for this same exact night, because I'm sure that they're good at, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like dividing their resources amongst them. But that's still pretty tough.
Yeah.
And I think they went 3-3, which is not great, but you know, it could have been better.
4-2 sounds a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, it was just a crazy fight. The whole time I was kind of in shock watching it. I was like, this isn't real right now. This isn't real.
It was just weird. It just felt weird.
Mm-hmm. And we both kind of said it on our preview show. We both said like this one just feels off. Like I think I said I'm not going to bet it based off of the energy that's been going around, but it really does feel like something's brewing, kind of like how Leon Usman felt.
Yeah.
I know there's obviously a lot of bias in there, but where do you rank this upset of all time when you stack it against Sarah, GSP, Weidman, Silva, even Edwards, Usman, Holm, Rousey? Yeah. I'm probably missing a big one that I'm going to get clowned for, but where do you rank this one? Is it up there?
So you can't really say this now, but like to me, it's not that big because like I kind of knew it. Like there's something in me that just knew it, bro. Like there was something in me that fucking knew it. So like before the fight, I placed my bet on Izzy to win inside the distance, right? I placed my bet, and I was like, fuck no. I was like, no, I don't like it. And then I can't say that now. Obviously, it's a big upset, But I would say like those other ones, I for sure thought Nunes was beating Pena. Like this one, and maybe it's because I'm such a big fan, and I just get nervous. But it wasn't like a nervous like I said, it's a different nervousness that I felt. I'm usually nervous just like for the fight, like anxious. But like this one, I just fucking knew. Like I don't know, and I'm not trying to sit out here and say I called it, I knew it, because I didn't. Obviously, I fucking put my hard-earned money on Izzy. But it's just there was something there. There was something there that I just, like we just said, it just fell off.
Yeah, man, just a wild night in MMA. It's one of those that's gonna go down as history. And yeah, even though it did, one more question I had for you. I heard this was kind of a hot topic of discussion. Do you think that Izzy fighting so many times, do you think it kind of caught up to him, his big activity? Because he fought Jared Cannonier last July. And then he fought Pereira twice, and then he fought Strickland. So that's all in a span of 13, 14 months.
Yeah.
Do you think that catches up to you?
Yes. I don't think that's a factor to this case. I just think at the end of the day, bro, like you can have the toughest mindset you can have, which is he's one of the most like mental toughness people in the world. But like, I just think at the end of the day, we're all human nature, and he just couldn't get up for this one. I just think that's what it was. Like, I just think he thought Sean was annoying, and like he didn't like the way he talked about him. Like, it's like everybody, but like there was genuinely like no fear. I don't think he feared Sean Strickland, and I think when you don't fear the person you're fighting, that's dangerous. And I mean, obviously the Cannonier fight, it was International Fight Week. He was hyped. Even then was a lackluster performance. And then obviously the Pereira fight, we don't need to get into reason why he should get up for that fight. So I just don't think there was a reason for him to get up for it. I don't think he had that like I'm willing to die in there tonight. Like I don't think he felt like he had to beat it. Yeah, I don't think he felt like he had to beat Sean Strickland. He felt like he had to beat Pereira. I just think he thought he was. I just think he was just couldn't get up for it. There's no like. I don't think that when he was training and he was trying to go that extra mile, he couldn't find a reason why. Now when it's Pereira, it's like this dude's fucking beat me 3-4 times. Like I need to fucking beat this dude. And I just think this one is different. Like we all need motivation. And like, okay, so you're Izzy. What was the motivation for this fight?
It's just greatness is the only thing I could think of, but you can't really attach anything more than that to it. I guess win money, but he's got enough of that.
Yeah.
So I'll segue. Would you rather that Izzy take some time off, or do you want him to get that immediate rematch? And does he deserve the rematch? Because he didn't have a title defense this time around. We know that he's either the best or second best middleweight of all time, probably second best now, just being honest, when you look at Silva's title run, how long it was.
Before I answer that, I want to say one thing. I hate when someone loses and then we look back and say they're not as good as we thought. So like when Khabib, the whole time Khabib's reign is he's the greatest ever, he's this, he's that, which he is, he's all that. But then as soon as he retired, well, he never did this, he never really did this, he never really did that. And I saw people on Twitter kind of just hinting at it like, was Izzy really that dominant? Can we really say he was this? Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. He is who he is. He's fucking great. He's fucking active. He's one of the best middleweights of all time. He's top 2 cemented middleweight of all time. So I just want to say that. Secondly, I don't know. And maybe this is just a little overreaction. I don't think he wins the rematch.
Dude, it really almost looked like, with Izzy not getting up, it just looked like a Styles make fights kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Strickland's defense is just good, and then Nick Six out there not in Izzy's head, but just kind of predicting what he's going to do almost.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously you don't just retire, you don't do that. But then it's like, okay, it's just one of these. We see this we've seen this with other divisions, but it's like, okay, he wins, then what? He beats Sean Strickland, then what? Fucking third time. Now you have a rivalry with fucking Sean Strickland. Like,
I will say Hamzat. Hamzat is the one out there still that I think could still be a huge fight for Izzy. I think that would kind of be the last hurrah for him if he could stay at the top until Hamzat's ready for the title shot.
Because he can't. And the thing with Izzy is he can't fight not for the title, because anyone he's gonna fight, he's already fought those dudes. So you don't fight Cannonier again for the fucking title eliminator.
Yeah. Here's a couple scenarios I guess they could do. So you could do Izzy versus Dricus, have Strickland fight the winner of Costa Hamzat, or
wait. So Izzy fights Strickland just to fight him,
or no, Izzy fights Dricus Duplessis.
Yeah, as the co-main, or as like a
title eliminator, I guess. And then you have Sean Strickland fight the winner of Costa and Hamzat, and then Izzy, if he beats Dricus, fights the winner of that. Or if Hamzat beats Costa, you could make Izzy Hamzat right away. That could definitely be a main event, even if it's not for a title fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just, as of now, again, I don't want to overreact, but I just don't think Izzy wins against Sean. I don't think he wins against Hamzat. Like, I think he beats Dricus, but at the end, do we know that he beats Dricus? Like, again, I'm not trying to overreact, but that shit happens this quick in MMA, bro, in the UFC. Like, I don't know. He's 34. Like, I don't know. Like, he just didn't look sharp. It'll be interesting to see how he comes back from this. Obviously, he came back from the Pereira fight, but this one feels different. Like this loss just feels different because you just felt like you felt like he tried to get to that place and he just couldn't get there. Like he tried to get to a different mentality and go to a different like mental space, and he couldn't get there. And I think that's the first time in his life and his MMA career he hasn't been able to get to a different zone. So that's what scares me, because obviously he's one of the best strikers of all time, one of the best kickboxers of all time. But one of the reasons why Izzy is who he is because of his mental toughness. And I think in this fight, it wasn't there. So that's what's scary.
Yeah, I saw some stuff on Twitter and Instagram saying that was not the Israel Adesanya that fought Kelvin Gastelum 4 or 5 years ago, or however long it was. You could see it, dude. At the end of the fight, when Strickland was just walking towards him with his hands down, I was like, bro, at least try and throw a front kick or just some crazy knockout shot right now. He's giving you the opportunity. It almost looked like Strickland was, I don't know, this is kind of a weird, deep one, but I remember Uncle Chael saying that he felt like there was just something inside of him that wasn't going to let him win the title mentally. Like just kind of a weird block where if he knew he won that title, he would have nothing to work for anymore. Like his life's work would be finished and he wouldn't have that same drive getting out of bed the next day. That might be like part of the reason Silva caught him in the triangle, or he just never won a title fight. It almost looked like that was Strickland, dude. In the last 30 seconds, it's like he was just walking at Izzy like, please knock me out. Please knock me out. Please knock me out. Yeah. Izzy was just backpedaling the whole time, dude. I was really shocked. It really felt like we were watching an era end in front of our eyes, which is crazy to say, dude. It's a weird night. Fight was in the middle of the day too in Australia. I'm sure people were walking out of that arena in the afternoon, like, bro, what is going on right now?
Yeah. I mean, shit. That's how it happens, bro. I can't sit here and say all the reasons I love this sport, and then when it happens to someone fucking close to me, or not even close to me, but someone that I fucking love, I can't be mad at it. Like it is what it is.
It's one of those things that makes this like, it's the the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, like we always say.
God's fucking humbled me. I was on my high horse with fucking Sean's win, and I was fucking tooting my horn and shit. Thought I was the guy. That's what happens. My guys were fucking champions. My top two guys were champions, and
hey, I got my heart broken in a different sport this weekend. We'll talk about that later in the show, but gosh, at least you got one in on me pretty good.
Yeah.
But what about the rest of the card? Did anything stand out to you? Any performances in specific? I still think that the Viper beats all 4 of those welterweights in the beginning of the card. Probably finishes them.
I really liked Cape and Dos Santos. I thought Dos Santos was good.
I think he should definitely get another chance.
Yeah, agreed.
I thought Olberg showed some good things that he can go the distance a little bit.
Yeah, the cardio looked much improved.
Yeah. Blood Diamond still sucks.
Other than that, man, like I said, it was just weird. Nothing really. I don't really have anything. We can put the bets up. Start it off hot.
If you want. My gosh, I texted you like earlier in the night. I said, "Are you perfect right now?" Were.
Yeah, we started off fucking 1, 2, 3, 4-0. Would I have hit the parlay? Yeah, I would hit the parlay. Izzy won, huh?
Shit. Yep.
Damn. Yep. Well, we'll fucking battle back this week, boys. So yeah,
I'm
the fucking card this week.
Dude, 2 back-to-back weeks with title fights doesn't really feel like it, but I think I'll be hyped for that Grasso Valentina fight, even more hyped as it gets closer.
Bro, when it's like
a lot.
I've been calling for like girl, not to be disrespectful. I've been calling for the girl fight nights, fight for the title.
1,000%. I guarantee you, this will have more viewers
than a pay-per-view.
Than the Canada pay-per-view when it was Amanda versus whatever her name was.
Now I'm all for girls I'm all for the girls co-main, but like I like this. Let's do it.
I love it, dude. And they stacked the card around them too.
Yeah, I like this. A lot of good fights on this card. We'll start with the main event. Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko. 2 rematch here. Kind of one of these, like, we're in that position again, kind of with Leon and Usman. Do you think that Grasso the underdog plus 145, she just better and pulls it off?
Bro, so yeah, in that last fight, I thought Grasso was honestly, she wasn't winning on the cards because Valentina was getting a takedown and just kind of laying on her. Yeah. But I think Grasso was winning the fight, if that makes sense. She was landing more shots on the feet. She was hurting her more, doing more damage. She wouldn't have won the decision. But I like Grasso here. Valentina, she's probably my favorite girl fighter of all time. It's been an honor watching her dominate the strawweight or flyweight division. Yeah. Flyweight division. But yeah, dude, I think it's time for a new era. Grasso's 30 years old right now, so she's just right in her prime. Valentina, she's a little bit older. I'm not sure exactly how old, but yeah, I like Grasso here by decision.
Yeah, me as well. I think in this, like, when you beat somebody, I think you're just, not that you're just automatically better, but kind of just like in the Pantoja Moreno thing. Like a lot of these guys, if they want, they win it. Yeah, I'm all over Grasso here on this. We'll put the bets up in a little bit, but I'm all over Grasso. The one fight I wanted to talk a lot about was Kevin Holland versus JDM. That one's interesting. If I didn't watch JDM's last fight, I'd be all over JDM here. But Holland has looked really good.
Yeah. So this is Holland's 5th fight in basically a year. So he fought Hamzat on September 10th. And today is September 13th. So and this will be his 5th fight since then, which is insane. He's probably the most active fighter on the roster, or definitely the most active fighter on the roster. One thing that honestly scares me with Holland, though, is his hands, dude. He breaks his hand in almost every fight, or he's like going into a fight with a broken hand. He's always talking about, I couldn't throw my right hand today, or I couldn't throw my left hand. And this is a fight that he's going to need to be at 100% for, because JDM is a guy, 26 years old, on a 15-fight win streak. I think he lost his first 1 or 2 MMA fights, and he's won every fight since then. He joined the UFC in January of 2022, and he's already 5-0 and ranked number 14. So he's wasted no time. But this is his best one.
This is a big one.
This is his biggest test by a long shot. So I'm really excited for this fight. What do we got for the odds? I'm trying to pull them up right now, but
Kevin Holland is plus 130. JDM is minus 155.
Oh man, dude, Holland, it's one of my favorite fighters, bro.
I gotta take Holland here with the plus money.
Yeah,
I think he wins in general, but especially if I can get him plus money, I definitely gotta take him.
One thing that scares me about Holland, though, is I feel like he's going to want to just stand and bang. Like, if he uses grappling against Jack, he'd be at a huge advantage because we saw Jack's grappling in the last fight. And he's definitely good enough on the feet to make Jack respect the stand-up enough to where he could get a takedown or a trip or something like that.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Holland's going to do that. We've seen it numerous times. We saw it with Wonder Boy. We've seen it most of his career. He hates wrestling, hates grappling, at least in fights. So I'm like going back and forth because I feel like JDM just wins a boxing match.
Yeah.
He might be the best boxer in the UFC.
Stop it.
He's nasty with the combos. Even in his last fight, he probably dropped the dude like 8 times, but he just kept on trying to shoot for the guillotine.
Yeah. We got Rod Rojas making his return at bantamweight versus Terrence Mitchell. Kind of big spot here for Raw. Minus 700. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that at all. I don't like it. But I think this is a good matchup for him to get back to that dominant win. I don't hold his losses against him. He's a kid.
Yeah,
I thought they kind of fast tracked him. I don't think he should have. I think after that first win, I'm not gonna say he got lucky, but that was like he squeaked out a big win. After that, I thought they could have just took it slow. They threw him into the fire, lost, but now he's back. Hopefully, he gets the hype back. Obviously, minus 700 that they're saying that I can't argue with that. But yeah, I think this is a good match for him. Terrence Mitchell, seasoned fighter, seasoned vet, 33 years old, which is also what scares me. But
and we saw Mitchell get sparked in his last fight against Cameron Simon.
Yeah,
was that the one where that was 290, I think, or was that before that? Yeah,
no, it was the one we were at, wasn't it? Yeah,
I was pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's a great choice of opponent for Rosas. I think he wins, but I'm not laying down minus 800, and I'm also not confident enough in him to bet like him winning by submission. So probably be a stay away from me. Maybe.
Couple fights on this card to watch out for: Roman Kopylov versus Josh Fremd. I think that's a good fight.
Ooh, that's a really good fight.
Sneaky good fight.
I got a couple of notes on that one too.
Go ahead, go in on it.
I got my CA back a little. I got notes on a few. So Kopylov on a 3-fight knockout win streak. He's 32 years old right now, 11-2. His last fight, he had, in my opinion, the knockout of the year so far. I think it was on the same card as Gaethje Poirier. He's turning around really quickly. He had it looked like a Krokov head kick. It was so vicious and violent.
Yeah.
And then Josh Fremd, he's a grappler. He's a pressure fighter. He's 11-4, 29 years old, 2-fight win streak. And he did miss weight by 3 pounds in his last fight. So that's something to look out for. And what kind of has me really liking Kopylov in this one is that Fremd fought on August 12th, so a month ago. And he missed weight by 3 pounds. So it means that it wasn't a good weight cut, good camp, whatever. And he's doing a really quick turnaround. And this card was kind of put together, not last minute, but it popped up on everyone's radar pretty late. So I feel like they were kind of scrambling, and he just didn't want to turn down the opportunity. So stylistically, I think Fremd could get Kopylov in some trouble because Kopylov has had trouble with grapplers in the past. But everything else has me really liking Kopylov in this one. So I might put a little on him by knockout.
Yeah, I'm big on Kopylov in this fight too. I agree. I think he's in the parlay. We'll see it in a little bit, but yeah. Other fights to watch out for: Tracy Cortez, just because you always gotta watch out for Tracy Cortez.
Gots to. Did you see the video of her in that new sponsorship gear?
Did I? Did I? Bro, she's too bad to be fighting for real.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't need to get punched in the face.
No, not at all. Not at all. I feel like what's crazy is like I think people just talk about her because she's like good looking, but she's really fucking good. Like she's 10-1.
Yeah. I know, dude. She kind of gets like, I feel like her fighting gets knocked because of how good looking she is.
Yeah.
Kind of like Senko with announcing. I think Senko's a solid announcer. But
Yeah.
Edgar Chairez, you'll remember he was the one that fought on UFC 290 against. He was on the main card. It was like, what was his name? It was like
Oh, he fought the
Tatsuro
big
Taira.
favorite. He fought the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
favorite.
When he, and he had a really good fight against him. So he's making his. I'm glad the UFC gave him another shot. He's 10-5, so he doesn't have a pretty record, but we saw firsthand he is a dog.
Yeah.
And I think the UFC, they're doing him a little favor with this matchup. Daniel Lacerda.
He's lost like five straight, right?
Yeah, he's 0-4 in the UFC, and he's been finished in all 4 of them. And none of them are against guys that. Dude, I feel like the UFC keeps guys on the roster that they know that one of like a guy that they like could beat.
Yeah.
You know, like instead of cutting him, we'll be like, we'll just feed him to a guy that we need to win. Like kind of like Mitchell almost. I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's just my opinion. And then I had a couple other notes on guys. They put a lot of young, not really well-known Mexican fighters on this card. So since a lot of our Mexican community is going to be watching this, it's a great chance to build these dudes up. And I think they gave them good matchups as well. So I like these guys for betting. You got Daniel Zellhuber versus Christian Gallegos. Zellhuber, he's from Mexico. He's 24 years old, 13-1, fighting out of Extreme Couture. As we just saw, that is an elite gym. He's coming off of a win versus Lando Veneta. He's 1-1 in the UFC, but he's only 24 years old. And then Christian Gallegos, he's 33 years old, and he's 20-10. So just that kind of right there, it's not great, especially at the 155 division. But he is coming off of a win versus Ricky Glenn. But I like Zellhuber in that fight, big time. And yeah, those are the main ones I had. I'm excited for this card though, and I've got to say the Giants. I think with the events that took place on Monday.
Before I talk to you about that, let's get the bets up. We'll talk about
oh yeah,
the bets up. We're gonna go nuts in man over 2.5 minus 185. I just gotta see one fall. I'm tired of watching these girls fights, betting the under, and they fucking goes over easy. We're gonna go Campbell and Reyes under 1.5 minus 270 to win 35. We're landing a lot of juice here, but I gotta see some fall. We're going to go Tracy Cortez minus 130 just because she's too good looking. Then we're going to go Godness Reed over 2.5 minus 200. Biggest bet of the night, 100 to win 50. We're going to take a stab at Terrence Mitchell 30 to win 150 because I don't think Rojas is good enough to warrant a minus 700 line. Then we're going to go 2 underdogs. We're going to go Kevin Holland 35 to win 43 and Alexa Grasso to be and still 35 to win 51. We're going to parlay Campbell, Chairez, Kopilov, and Holland for 50 to win 200. Let's get back in the green, let's chip away, and let's go, baby.
Come on. I like those. I like the stab at Mitchell, too, because it should be playing with house money at that point. And we both said we don't like the odds, so why not make him pay?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not good enough for me to not bet. I'm fucking minus 700. Fuck that. All right, so yeah, you can give your reasoning on how we fucking hit you 40-0.
Yeah. We need to blow it up. So after the Jets, I'm still in overreaction mode for sure.
Yeah, everyone is. Everyone is. Like, I say this all the time. Like it's a lot because there's only 17 games and you have 6 days to talk about in between games. But I'm a big Tua guy before the season. Like even when he's drafted, I have a fucking Tua jersey. I was big on Tua. So everyone always gives me shit how he hasn't been as good as I thought. So even this week, everyone's like, yeah, bro, Tua's the fucking guy. He's generational. I'm like, bro, I still think he is who he is, but because of one game, we're so quick to overreact. Even the Cowboys, I'm not overreacting about it. We had some bullshit blocked field goal.
Saquon's fumble.
But even then, the defense was really spectacular. That's a positive. The defense was fucking great. But I'm not sitting here we're going to the fucking bowl. Like, I don't know. I just think everyone's week one's week one. I would say my biggest takeaway from week one, bro, and like you know this, but the NFL is fucking hard. That shit's fucking hard, bro. That shit's so
small
hard.
margins.
It's just fucking hard, bro. Like, it's hard to fucking win. It's hard to fucking get a first down. It's hard to fucking score. That shit's fucking hard. That shit's hard.
Especially after watching college. I've been watching USC. You know, we've been going nuts this year. You watched that on Saturday.
Yeah.
And
it's like games are like 20-17. I watched a couple of film today. Like, some plays, the quarterback's just like no one's open. It's just fucking hard. It's a grind.
Like, I don't really think even Patrick Mahomes could do much better than Daniel Jones did on that night against you guys. Like, he probably would have made a few plays here and there, but y'all were in the backfield every single play so quickly. I think what the Giants have to do, we got two choices. We could either, I think the best choice is to just beef up the O-line, do what you guys did like 10 years ago, draft an O-lineman in the first round like 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then you got a great offensive line for like a decade now. Or we trade Daniel Jones to the Jets because Rodgers, y'all saw what happened last night. They need a quarterback. They're in win now mode. And then we tank and we get Caleb Williams, because if we're going to play you guys twice a year and we're going to play the Eagles twice a year, and even Washington has a pretty good pass rush, we either need a good O-line or we need a quarterback that can make magic happen like Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So I think those are our only two choices if we want to be competitors.
So like you said, you're overreacting because it's Monday, or it's like the day after Monday morning quarterback. It's the week. It's so quick still, but like, so that's your decision. Is it an overreaction decision? Because you can't decide to tank week 8. If you're gonna decide to tank,
I mean, this game against Arizona could be for the number 1 pick this week. We play the Cardinals, so they're our biggest competitors right now for number 1. I don't think we can lose enough with Daniel Jones at the helm. He's too competitive. He'll get us some wins here and there. But if we traded Jones to the Jets, that would be the only hope. I still like Jones.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think the Bills would take Dable back in a heartbeat. They're fucking missing Dable.
Oh, I want to keep Dable. I know he didn't get him ready to play, but I love Dabes. Bro, they're in hell without Dable.
Yeah, you guys are. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys come back and beat us in Dallas, fucking 24-17. Like, it's just a hard fucking game, bro. There's no harder sport. Like, it's just fucking hard.
Especially when momentum gets going one way in the rain like that. Yeah. Like, y'all are just moving twice as fast as us.
Yeah, don't overreact, brother. Don't react. Trust me, don't overreact.
Appreciate you.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Yeah, we both had our dreams crushed this weekend, but we'll be back.
Yeah, I needed the Dallas win, bro. It was not a good. It was. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain it.
I feel you. How about fantasy football?
Not good.
I mean, I had Burrow in one league and then lost that. I'm in too many leagues this year.
That's part of my. I've always thought that, but that's kind of my thought of the week. Is the NFL is hard because my fantasy team couldn't fucking score either.
I got good guys.
Yeah, so I was like, but that shit's fucking hard. Fuck this.
Yeah. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions have me sick right now, dude, because they're giving Montgomery.
I think he's gonna be the guy.
Bro, he looked so electric every play.
He's the guy.
He just needs to go between the tackles a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll be all right. Easy fix.
All right, then. Do we got anything else before we get out of here? I know you're probably tired as hell. Long day at work.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. That's all I got, though. See you on Monday. Great card ahead of us. UFC Noche. Tune in this Saturday. Mexican Independence Day. Shout out all my Mexicano friends and family out there. Till next week. Deuces.